Hey fam, this is Miss Joy. Today I'm going to read you a book called The True Story of the Three Little Pigs. I hope that you can see the spiritual aspect of it instead of just the entertainment. Tonight's reading I want to dedicate to Joe West. It's my baby. I love you, love you, love you. The True Story of the Three Little Pigs. Everyone knows the story of the Three Little Pigs, or at least they think they do. But I'll let you in on one little secret. No one knows the real story because no one has heard my side of the story. I am the wolf, Alistair T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheeps and pigs. That's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think you were big and bad too. But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. This is the real story. Way back once upon a time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny, and I had a sneezing cold, and I ran out of sugar. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in their right mind would build their house of straw? So of course, the minute I knocked on the door, it fell right in. I didn't want to just walk into somebody else's house, so I called, little pig, are you in? No answer. I was just about to go home without that cup of sugar from my dear old granny birthday cake. That's when my nose started to itch. I felt the sneeze coming on. While I huffed and I snuffed and I sneezed a great sneeze. And you know what? The whole darn straw house fell down. And right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig, dead as a doorknob. He had been home the whole time. Now. It seems like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying there in the straw, so I ate it up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger just lying there. I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have a cup of sugar, so I went next to the next door neighbor's house. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little bit smarter, but not much. He had built his house of stick. I rang the bell on the stick house. No one answered. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? He yelled back, go away, pig. You can't come in. I'm shaving the hair on my chinny chin chin. I had just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great sneeze. And you're not going to believe it, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother's. When the dust cleared, there was a second little pig, dead as a doorknob. Whoa, what's on her? Now, you know food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open. So I did the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again. Think of it as second helpings. I was feeling a little bit better, but my cold was still a huffing. And I still haven't had that cup of sugar from my dear old granny cake, so I went to the next house. This guy was the first and the second little pig's brother. He must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house of bricks. I knocked on the brick house, no answer. I called, "Mr. Pig, Mr. Pig, are you in?" And do you know what that rude little porker answered? "Get out of here, Wolf. Don't bother me again." Talk about impolite. He probably had a whole sack of sugar, and he wouldn't give me even one little cup for my dear old granny's birthday cake. What a pig. Well, I was just about to go home and maybe make a birthday card instead of a cake, but when I felt my cold coming on, I huffed, and I snuffed, and I sneezed once again. Then the third little pig yelled, "And your granny can sit on the pen." Now, I'm usually a pretty calm fellow, but when somebody talk about my granny like that, I go a little crazy. When the cops drove up, of course I was trying to break down the pig's door, and the whole time I was huffing and puffing and sneezing a real scene. The rest, as they say, is history. The news reporters found out about the two little pigs I had for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting, so they jazzed up the story with that old huffing and puffing and blowing the house down. They made me the big bad wolf. That's it. The real story. I was framed. But maybe you can loan me a cup of sugar. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. Comment, let me know what you think in a spiritual way and an entertaining way. Love you guys.